Aloha my dudes, what is really good? Today is October 17th, 2022, and today we got another RuneScape update for y'all. Today we see the release of the new Wilderness Flash events. Without any further ado, let's jump right into the video. Let's go!
Cats is the illest. What you talking about, Willis?
Alright guys, continuing on with the Wilderness releases, we see the launch of the Flash events this week. This is a new series of repeatable scenarios for combat players and skillers, with no level or quest requirements, easy to understand, and satisfying gameplay. Anyone can jump in and get involved. Every hour, one of 13 new possible events will spawn, and these bite-sized scenarios range from skilling activities, such as mining a falling star, spewing deadly fire, to combat encounters, including a potential confrontation with the King Black Dragon. I've already did a video last week going into pretty close detail as to what this update has to unfold, so do check it out on my channel if you're interested. In terms of rewards though, completing these events will give you XP as well as loot from the Wilderness Flash events loot table. On top of that are some very special rewards, such as a Dark Onyx core, which can enhance your Grace of the Elves, Luck of the Dwarves, and Passage of the Abyss. Other rewards include a new Wilderness Obelisk and Flash event teleports, plus Wilderness loot table improvements. If you want to get started, visit the Wilderness Flash events host, Nikkel, and the Wandering Ramokee in Edgeville. You can also track your events via the distraction and diversion menu. So once again, if you want further detail, do check out my video from last week if you want to dive deeper. Now, not only did we get the Flash events, we have two new mini quests in a 3-part mini quest series titled Civil War. These mini quests together will bridge the gap between Daughter of Chaos and the final major quest later this year. These mini quests explore the ongoing Zamorakian activities emerging as Civil War ravages the wilderness. Complete Civil War Part 1 to unlock the third Infernal Puzzle reward, which prevents adrenaline from draining outside of combat in the wilderness. Note that if you already have this reward, you do not need to do the mini quest to retain it. Finishing off Part 2 of Civil War, which is tied to the new events, will unlock the fourth Infernal Puzzle Box reward, providing 25% extra XP for Brawling Gloves. And lastly, Part 3 will arrive at a future update, so stay tuned for more news. If you want to start on Civil War, the starting point for Part 1 is in the Falador Castle Throne Room. Select the Legacy of Zamorak when the pop-up appears. For Part 2, you want to visit Anne Dimitri in the wilderness northeast of Edgeville. And that's pretty much it for your main game update. We're going to now shift on over to the patch notes and see what's been changed with today's update, so let's go ahead and check it out. First off, we've had a requirements change warning for some time now, and as of today, RuneScape no longer supports Windows 32-bit builds or graphics cards that do not support OpenGL 3.0 or higher. This change allows them to focus on technical development and testing resources on more commonly used platforms. Now let's take a look at those patch notes. It's now possible to trade Fresh Start World Halos, Familiar Halo Appearance tokens, and Inverted Skill Keep tokens with Iron Man accounts. Halos and Familiar Halo Appearance tokens can now be traded on the Grand Exchange. Dying Arrows can now be imbued faster to prevent the logout timer from activating. The amount of XP given per stack of Dying Arrows has been reduced by the same proportion to maintain the same XP per hour. Moved where Abyssal Scourge stacks build in the combat system. They will now apply via Essence of Finality specials and against NPCs that fake health bars, for example Zamorak's red bar. The Magma Tempest targeted ability has now been fixed and triggers correctly when switching targets. Updates to your daily challenge progress are now displayed in the chat box, but only for challenges which give a progress update, obviously. Fixed Solak solo player scaling related to the Blight bar on Phase 2. Fixed Solak projectile animations. When Grotesque spawns, there is now a chat message informing players. Additionally, Grotesque now spawns for a longer period of time. The length of time before the stream becomes inactive in the Nexus has been increased. The amount of corruption stored in the Charm Sack in the Nexus is now displayed in the tooltip. Players now keep the Stone of Jas area damage boost after entering the Ice Strikeworm Cave. Stacking Whirligig Scarabs will now fill Hunter Urns, provide strange rocks, and count towards daily challenge progress. progress. Elena can now be found in her house during Moor End Part 1 and Plague's End. The A Familiar Feeling achievement is now possible for players with max summoning points. The game no longer crashes on mobile when entering the Penguin Agility course. We put the Gilded back in Gilded Shoulder Cape. The Master Completionist Cape and its trim version now appear correctly in the wardrobe. The walk overrides no longer affect the Ring of Gravestones. And finally, they fixed an issue where the Treasure Hunter tutorial persisted into the Oddman store. That is it for your patch notes. Links to everything discussed in this video will be down in the description below, so head on over there and check them out if you wish to do so. And I'm wrapping up the video there. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed and you'd like to stay up to date on all things RuneScape related, then hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you watching. I am out. Aloha.